Overextending has many forms, from filling monster zones or comboing too hard, to shuffling to disrupt opponents when we were solid, even if they did have plays. But through every card game, overextending unites many a player, and is definitely a skill to get better at. Hey YouTube, Foreknar here, and today we'll be looking at overextending, how it applies to you, and how you can stop overextending in your own games. So without any more waiting, let's go! To start, what is overextending? Put simply, overextending is overusing resources that will put you in a riskier or worse position. It is often unnecessary and can be mitigated. It's when you take a game state that's already stable or advantageous and push it too far, leaving yourself exposed. Let's take a specific example. Say you're playing Gardevoir under item lock, and you use Adrenabrain to move damage onto a Dreepy. Seems okay, right? But here's the problem. Your opponent can also use their own Adrenabrain to move that damage back, potentially putting your Rolt into Phantom Dive range. Now, if they manage to pull off a Phantom Dive that turn, or even next turn if you can't evolve in time, you've basically handed them the KO they may not have had. You took a situation that wasn't dangerous and turned it into a liability. That's overextending. Overextending doesn't always look the same, from different game states to even just different games. Overextending is something across card games. In a game like Yu-Gi-Oh!, it may be removing negates to summon high attack monsters that just get destroyed with Mirror Force. Okay, I know those photos aren't the greatest, but it's an example. But either way, you thought you were building pressure and were then wiped. In Pokemon, it may be moving damage across the board, evolving, attaching an energy too early, or using a supporter too early. Even when you don't need to at all. It may be using your boss's orders before you flip the script and find a counter-catcher. But no matter the example, overextending makes you think. Should you do it? And why? Answer me. Because let's be honest, you need to recognize overextending. So should you? Why? Tell me, because you need to know. Recognizing overextending is important. When you're playing a game, I want you to think. What is this doing for you? Why are you doing? What are you doing by doing this? And why should you do it now and not later? Not that you should do nothing, but think about what you're doing. What are you doing for yourself? What are you revealing to your opponent? What are you giving to your opponent? By taking a KO now, are you giving them a flip the script? Are you giving them an unfair stamp? Are you putting them on less life points? Or giving them a skill from the drop zone or the damage zone? Card games are interactive. Doing something may open up a line of play for your opponent. Sometimes, the best play is to do nothing. For example, NAIC is a North American International Championship for Pokemon. In 2025, Riley McKay, in the semi-finals, came down to time against Tord Reklev. I won't do the entire thing, because a breakdown of that is for a different video, and I think there's a far better video that I will link in the description that explains it better. It's not mine, it's someone else. But if you're this far, I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll enjoy the video. But it boils down to Riley McKay, in time, deciding not to take a KO. Instead, he just went, I'll pass. And with that, honestly, I think that's part of why the time rules have changed, but, sometimes the best idea isn't to put all your eggs in one basket. The best play is to do less. Is to just pass instead of attacking, even if you have the KO. So think about it. So now that you know what overextending is, and you know how to recognize it, how do you stop yourself from doing it? Because let's be real, even if we know we're overextending, we'll still do it. So how can you stop yourself? Well, I've got a few points. Step 1. Every turn, evaluate the board. What is in play? What is inactive? what is in your discard pile? What is in your opponent's discard pile? What have you seen get added to their hand off of these cards? What have you added to your hand? What can you do? Step 2. Identify a goal. Are you taking a multi-prize turn? Are you taking a KO at all? Do you want to give them flip the script, unfair stamp, counter catcher? Are you setting up multi-prize turns, like when Gardevoir goes against Gholdengo? Are you trying to rush? Are you setting up a future turn right now? Think to yourself, what is the bare minimum you need to do this turn? And what is the maximum you should do? Slow yourself down, force discipline. Don't slow play, but think. Step 3. Make sure you have a backup plan. Sure, your Pokemon might survive, or sure, your monsters might survive, or hey, your units might survive, but maybe they won't. Maybe they'll get retired. Maybe they'll get attacked. Train yourself to think one step ahead, because training yourself to think one step ahead is going to put you one step ahead, and is going to help you avoid committing to one strategy, giving you a bit more flexibility. Step 4. After every game, or even during the opponent's turn, self-evaluate. Could be during the opponent's turn, after the game, after the match, after the tournament. Did you do too much in a turn? Was there something you specifically screwed up? Did you do too little? Find the plays that need to happen, plays that could have happened, and plays that shouldn't have happened. And remember them. Think about them. Find those moments in future games. Take that experience, that turn, and have it help you long term. But how can you stop overextending outside the game? How can you prepare while not practicing? Well, I have 3 more tips for you. 1. Study your deck. That's it, really. Decks, especially meta ones, are often flexible. You need to be able to play in a meta of many decks. Who knows what decks are going to be picked? Do you have Corner? Do you have Turo? I don't know. Do you? Find what decks are going to work together. Find the cards that are going to work together. And play them. Find your matchups and play them. Study how your deck plays against the opponent. Study how your deck plays for you. Study all of that. Step 2. Play with restrictions. Don't use something unless you have a plan for if it fails. Delay your aggression. Try and set up further. Obviously don't delay too much if you're an aggro deck. But especially in common situations, make sure you're restricted. Finding multiple options. Not using cards until you've got a backup plan. Rather than turboing through it, slow your pace, find your steps, and maintain your position. And step 3. Watch other people play. I don't just mean watch, I mean understand their game state. Understand them, understand their decks. Think how they would. Because often, they're going to help you find silly mistakes where you're doing more, risking more. If one day you aim to be a pro, you need to think like a pro, play like a pro. And to do that, watch the pros. But I think that's it. Maybe not the whole story, but you know where to look, where to find stuff, how to get better, and hopefully you'll stop overextending. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment and subscribe, and maybe even a like too. And with that, I hope you had a good day, night, afternoon, or evening, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!